Douglas Jewell is a Manheim Township graduate. These days, however, you'll find the 21-year-old on the runways and in the photo studios of New York, Paris, Milan, and Tokyo. Jewell is a model, a job that has lots of glamour, but one that's also filled with lots of hard work, on and off the catwalk. Jewell paid a recent visit to his hometown before heading back to New York and Italy.
I was going to an acting school in New York City, and this woman who used to be a model herself, just came up to me and asked me if I ever considered it, and she thought I could do pretty good. And she gave me the names of some agencies I should go look at. And then when I went to IMG, I actually got in the elevator with the president of the company, and he had me meet the agents that day, and they offered me the contract that day. My first shoot was for Details magazine, and it was in the studio. I was really excited because I never been in a magazine before. I told all my family and friends, and when the magazine that I was supposed to be in came out, they didn't use any of my pictures. I never traveled overseas before. That's one of my favorite things is being able to travel and see everything, because I always wanted to. There's 2 fashion seasons a year. Like there's a spring, summer, and fall, winter. I've been to Paris for the season before, but usually I go to Milan twice a year. I'll be in New York, and they might book me for one show in Paris, so I might go there for like 3 days and then fly back. Tokyo I've been to twice. They don't really have seasons there. It's sort of just like it's just a good time to go for a couple months and see what happens. First designer I modeled for, it was my first runway show, was Diesel in New York. That was really exciting because I was sort of disheartened at that point. It was my first season and I hadn't booked anything yet. And that first season I did was, I guess, 2006 in September. First time in Milan was that January '07. If a client books you, they put you up in a nice place, but if you're just going for to do castings and hope to get work, and then you just stay wherever your agency can stick you, usually an apartment or something. It's not quite as glamorous. I've been staying in apartments in New York sometimes where I'm sharing a room with, sharing an apartment with 5, 6, 7 other guys, and sometimes I've slept on the floor on couches. I have a place with some friends in LA that I'm going back to and hopefully stay there for a little while. One season for Prada, they just had me in a bright fire red suit, completely bright and with big boots. One season Marc Jacobs had they put 2 outfits together. They sewed 2 different outfits together, and then I was wearing short jeans, hot pants pretty much. Yeah. It's not my job to ask the questions, you want me to wear that? Fine. It's kind of easier for guys, and there's no special way to walk either, It's just walking down like you normally walk, but girls have to wear the heels and walk all funny and weird. I'm glad I don't have to do it. If it's more of a stylized type shoot and they want to go really artsy on it, and some photographers will actually come and they'll take your body and move it each way and put this finger out here and that type thing. But if it's more of a casual commercial type shoot, just all right, just move around, lean against this, lean against that. Last time I was in Paris, I got a couple days actually where I could look around and I see Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, Notre Dame, all that. But also you're going to you're doing castings 10 hours a day, so you do get to see the city a lot, because you're constantly just moving around and walking and stuff. And I think I know the city of Milan better than I know Lancaster. Literally, I can find my way around better there. Acting's always been my ambition, my dream, and then modeling. It's certainly not a lifelong ambition or anything, but it's a great chance to travel, to meet people, and it's a good foot in the door for acting too. You make good connections. It's a pretty ephemeral business. It's sort of once they're done with you, they're done with you. But I'm planning, now that I have the place in LA with some friends, I'm planning on trying to get more into acting and, focus on that again. The designers sort of know if they want me or if they don't want me, so I don't have to see the same people over and over again, which I know I'm not going to do the show. I have sort of the same clients that generally, Joe Sander I've done every time, and Prada I've done every time, so I sort of count on that. And then just some ones are different, some ones use me every season, Some people want to take advantage of you in terms of money, and you gotta get the right agency, and so you gotta have a thick skin, because you get turned down all the time. So you sort of realize it's maybe you weren't the look they were looking for. They want somebody muscular and tan, or they want somebody skinnier, Paying, catalogs are definitely the job that would be that pays pretty good. Magazines don't pay at all. There's not a lot of good money in male modeling these days, and even good paying jobs don't pay as much as they did 10 years ago. Runway shows are paying less and less. Some in New York actually just pay you in clothing, called a trade show. So they don't actually give you money, they just say, oh, here's some free clothes. if you're looking to make a lot of money, like you're getting into the wrong business for sure, which is a huge misconception. But no, most guys I know are, you know, get by, but they're not, nobody's stockpiling money or anything.